Today is the first of two tribute shows that Foo Fighters played to honor their fallen bandmate Taylor Hawkins. Today's show, according to the band's website, was to, and I quote, celebrate the life, music, and love of their husband, father, brother, and bandmate, with the show taking place at Wembley Stadium in the UK. In case you guys missed it, I had done a whole video on Taylor Hawkins' life this morning. The link is down below. Saluting Hawkins was the who's who of his influences, his personal musician friends, and former bandmates. The concert was streamed on Paramount Plus in the US and Pluto TV internationally. I was able to watch some parts of it on YouTube as well, on MTV's YouTube channel, and I'm sure the full concert's already up on YouTube. So I want to go over some notes because I watched most of the show. So the supergroup Them Crooked Vultures reunited to perform their first set in 12 years. Dave Grohl's daughter, Violet, performed a couple of Jeff Buckley covers. James Gang, who was one of Taylor's favorite bands, also reformed and played a couple of songs as part of the set. And then they brought out some of Taylor's musical heroes to perform with the Foos and do some music from their respective bands, including the Police's Stuart Copeland, the surviving members of Rush, and Queen. Foo Fighters would end the night with a set that saw the band perform for the first time since Hawkins' death. They opened the show with Times Like These, and Grohl could be seen shedding some tears at the beginning of the performance. The band would then bring in a variety of drummers to fill in during their set. They started off the performance with Josh Freese playing Times Like These and All My Life. Dave then introduced Travis Barker of Blink-182, and Grohl told a story about how Hawkins met Barker back when he was a garbage man in his neighborhood before he was famous. Barker performed The Pretender with the band, and then Rufus, Roger Taylor's son, came on and performed a few songs as well, including Best of You. Next, Dave would welcome Chrissie Hynde and Paul McCartney, who performed the Beatles' tune Oh Darling and Helter Skelter. Towards the end of the Foos set, they brought in Taylor's son to perform drums on My Hero, and Dave concluded the show with Everlong. A second tribute concert is scheduled to take place at the Forum in LA on September 27th. Hawkins would join Foo Fighters in 1997 after their original drummer William Goldsmith left the band over creative differences with frontman Dave Grohl during the making of their second album. Hawkins had previously played with Sass Jordan and Alanis Morissette and would meet Grohl in late 1995 during a festival that both acts were playing. Hawkins, for his part, would make his first appearance with Dave Grohl and company on their third record, There's Nothing Left to Lose, playing drums on half the tracks. In 2001, while the Foos were out on the road promoting the album, Hawkins suffered a near-fatal overdose in the UK. The band's fourth album, One by One, was hampered by delays and band infighting that almost resulted in the band breaking up, but thankfully they stuck it out, and their fourth record would produce some of their biggest hits, including All My Life and Times Like These. The Foos would continue to be one of the most successful rock groups in the world for the next 2 decades, playing stadiums as well as headlining major festivals around the world. But amid all the band's success, they toured and recorded much more frequently than their peers from the 90s. In fact, Rolling Stone would publish an article in May of this year claiming that Hawkins was sick of life on the road and wanted to slow down. It was in 2020 when the band returned to the road, and it was this year that Hawkins was found dead in his hotel room ahead of a gig in Bogota, Colombia. The police would claim that his initial toxicology results showed upwards of 10 different substances in the drummer's body, including pot, opioids, and benzos. That does it for today's video, guys, and we'll see you again on GNR Central.